Hello everyone, I'm Maribel Aber for the Broadway Channel, on location interviewing the 2011 Tony Award nominees. The Book of Mormon has been the most talked about production this Broadway season, and now it is the most nominated. With 14 Tony Award nominations, this unconventional musical has made an indelible impression on the Great White Way. We talked to the show's creative team about the tremendous response and appeal of the Book of Mormon.
It's an acknowledgement, you know, it's like a dream come true as far as, you know, the kid that sat in San Diego, like wanting so badly to like be part of Broadway. You know, my whole life I wanted to. I just never would have dreamt then that I would be a director. You know, I always thought I'd be a performer or something. So it's fantastic.
The Scottsboro Boys received 12 Tony Award nominations, including Best Musical, Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in a Musical, and Best Performance by an Actor in a Featured Role in a Musical.
Oh my word. Well, you know, to do history on Broadway at all is a risk. And so the opportunity to do it was really, really amazing. But you then wonder to yourself if you were just having a bit of a love fest with yourself. You know that it's important, and you believe, for I think all of us that were involved in it, it became a bit of a responsibility. We felt like we were on a mission to share the story of the Scottsboro Boys. And I think that when this recognition comes 5 months later, you don't feel like you were just in a love fest. You feel like it was important, and others believed that it was important. And it means just so much. 12 nominations, to me, says that more people will absolutely hear this story. And that's really all that I wanted to see happen.
I just remember shaking my head like this, like, what just happened? It feels out of this world. It's a dream come true. I didn't imagine that, you know, when I started doing theater, when I came to New York, that I'd be a Tony nominee one day. But it's great to be a nominee with an amazing show behind me. So.
And the idea that it's gotten recognition now, so many months later, is so, it's beyond a dream come true. This is something that I think that we hoped for the show, that it would, because I think whatever Tony nominations get, you know, it's nice to be honored, and hopefully I believe that that would get people to hear this story more. And although we're closed on Broadway, I believe that there's a larger life for it out, whether it's nationally, whether it's in London, you name it. But I think that there's that recognition has supported us and shown us that this message is important, and what we were doing is an important and very important piece of theater that must be told. And the recognition is astounding.
The Broadway revival of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying is nominated for 8 Tony Awards, including Best Revival of a Musical, Best Performance by an Actor in a Featured Role in a Musical, and Best Performance by an Actress in a Featured Role in a Musical.
You know, when a group of people who you admire and work with and do the same thing you do for a living, and they take the time to come and see your work and then look at you and go, you know, what you did wasn't too bad, we're going to give you a slight nod. It's a phenomenal feeling, you know. It's a big community, people that I don't know, people whom I'll never meet probably, who appreciate your work. It's quite remarkable, considering I would do this for free in a village around a fire pit if I had to, because I can't do anything else well. That to get this sort of recognition from Broadway is quite something.
Neil Marin and Craig Zaden produced Life with Judy Garland, Me and My Shadows, which I won the Emmy for playing Judy on. And now here we are 10 years later, and they're producing How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, and here is my first shot at comedy. And to be recognized, yeah, I've been making people cry since the start of my career. So to actually be out there, and the goal is to make people laugh and be recognized for doing so, is a feat for me.
There are several first-time Tony Award nominees this year. We spoke to Tony Sheldon and Patina Miller, nominated for Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Musical and Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Musical, about the significance of receiving this recognition while making their Broadway debut.
It's extraordinary for an Australian actor to be part of an all-Australian production. We're actually making history just being here, and then to have this honour. You know, I'm not remotely concerned about winning it at all. Just to be one of the nominees amongst these brilliant people, it's such a thrill.
To know that my childhood dream has come true. This is what I've studied. I've waited my whole life for this moment. I've always wanted to be an actress. I've always wanted to be on stage, and I've always wanted to make my Broadway debut. And so, being able to be here in New York, performing on Broadway at the Broadway Theater with an amazing cast and crew and creative team, has been the highlight for me of this entire journey. This moment here.
This Broadway season generated some of the most provocative pieces of entertainment to hit Broadway. One play that has received a great deal of attention is The Motherfucker with the Hat, which is nominated for 6 Tony Awards.
There's no way it cannot not alter you in some way. I mean, and forever, as long as you live, you'll always be a Tony nominee. So it's an amazing thing. It feels a little bit like somebody opened the door, like they opened the gate and said, "Okay, you can come in." It's kind of weird.
Thanks for watching. I'm Maribel Aber. You can catch our special red carpet coverage of the 65th Annual Tony Awards right here on the Broadway Channel.